Morning guys, just a quick update. I have done my first 4 miles running. Well, like jogging, very, very, very slowly. Probably one of the slowest ever 4 milers of my life. My knee hurt for about the first mile and a half, but it did stop after that. I don't know, it disappeared. So I carried on. I kept the pace extremely slow. And I got a really nice surprise. My watch tells me I'm back in the elite bracket for my age and gender in terms of my running index, which is amazing because I haven't run for so long, 2-3 months, probably closer to 3 months because of my injury. It would seem that all the walking I've been doing has somehow paid off, has somehow helped me. Even though I didn't expect that, I expected like a really bad ranking. I expected, something in the low 40s, just being described as average or good. But I got a 50 today, which on the Polar running index is elite for my age and gender. So I'm over the moon. I can't believe it. It turns out walking helps. Walking helps your running. Who knew? So there you go. There's a free one for you. Next thing we need to talk about is admin. Do not be a pain to your coach, to your team manager, to people at your school, to us, to anyone with your administration. When I was a football referee, I used to check my emails 3 times a day. Yeah, 3 times a day. No joke. I used to check them first thing in the morning, at lunchtime, and last thing at night, and I would deal with whatever those emails said, whatever the content of those emails were, whatever tasks, whatever responses or replies I needed to give, whatever paperwork needed handing in, there and then. I never left it. And that's why within 6 or 7 years I went from level 7 to level 4. I went from local parks pitches to some really big nice stadiums. I was an international assistant referee for the women's football, and a decent national level referee in the women's game, and I was semi-pro in the men's. And a massive part of it was admin. It wasn't just fitness, it wasn't having clean kit, it wasn't turning up on time, it wasn't just polished boots, it wasn't how I handled the game, it wasn't my flagging technique, certainly wasn't that. It was above all, it was administration, because this is the one thing where you can upset a lot of people, in refereeing especially, but it's the same in all kinds of sports. If you're not saying, yes, I'm available for that match, you're a pain. If you're not responding to your emails to say, hey, I'm injured, I can't be considered for selection this week, if you play something like cricket where selection is done weekly, you're a pain. If you don't hand in permission slips, or you don't get your mum to email your coach to say, yes, my son or daughter has permission to go on this trip, tour, competition, whatever, you are a pain. Stop being a pain, stop being a nuisance, because that will hold your career back in whatever sport you do. And actually, it will hold you back in anything, in any walk of life. I was heavily criticised once in my last teaching post, because the head teacher sent an email out to a handful of people at 6:30 in the morning. I didn't receive it because I'd checked my emails at 5:30 that morning and I didn't have anything. I then went to the gym for 2 hours before school, because that's what I do. I train, I'm a sportswoman, I'm an athlete, that's what we do. I got showered and changed, got to school at about 7:45, and then got told off at 7:55 for having apparently not responded to this email from the head teacher that she'd sent only at 6:30 that morning. I thought that was a little strong myself. But you do not need to be a pain to these people. Now, did that hold me back? No, I still got promoted. But maybe that's the exception that proves the rule. I happen to be very, very, very good at my job. That probably saved me. But I can think of lots of times where if I hadn't got my emails sorted out, I'd have been in trouble. As far as we're concerned, after the first week 1, we send you loads of emails because we need to make damn sure you know what you're doing. All right, and a lot of you don't because you don't read them properly. So here's how it is. After the first week, you will receive emails or Instagram messages on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays only. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Really, really simple. So if, for example, you decide to check your emails Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's 3 times a week, not 3 times a day. 3 times a day, 3 times a week, not hard. What is difficult is sticking to your plan. You need to have 3 times and check them at the same times on those same days every single week. It's about consistency. Be consistent. Most adults are pretty ill-disciplined with their emails. They're checking them all the time. They're wasting so much time checking. Do you go and get your running shoes out? Do you go and look at your running shoes in the box? and then go and look at them again later and then take them out to run? No, stupid. Do you empty your mailbox twice a day? No, stupid. Do you check the post twice a day? We used to back in the olden days, but we don't anymore. No, stupid. Do it once. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. Check your emails 3 times a week at the same time and respond to them. Do what needs to be done. Usually, an email takes 5 to 10 minutes to deal with from us, and often much less. That's the reading time, the watching the video time, if there is a video, it's not always, and or a quick response. It's nothing. It's a lack of discipline, and it's a lack of good habits, and you need to learn these things now, not just for sport, not just for GCSE Maths, for your life. You will be a much happier adult if you nail down this email business, this communications on your phone business now. By the way, most of the time the messages we send via Instagram are to say, hey, open your email, which means, oi, we can see you've not checked it. Yeah, we know exactly who's opened what emails, who's clicked links, who's watched videos, who's not watched videos, who's gone to web pages that we've asked you to go to, who hasn't. We can see that stuff. Yeah, technology, wonderful, isn't it? Pick it up, let's get on with it, let's do it. Plan ahead, get ahead, stay ahead.